Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all those who are with us today at this virtual session of Are You Future Ready for our English language and literature degree programs. This is your host Shazia Nasir, and I am really excited and honored, really feeling honored to be hosting this session because today I'm representing my own alma mater, and that's a great honor for me indeed. When we talk of literature, one very famous lines come to my mind from the world-renowned play Hamlet by Shakespeare. From the soliloquy of Prince Hamlet, to be or not to be, that is the question. Since the beginning of the human civilization, this question of existentialism has been a mystery. And I think till the last day on this earth of the human beings, this is going to remain a mystery. However, what makes us explore this narrative of to be or not to be is through literature. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in opening up this world of inspiration and creativity, literature has played a major role through stories, poems, novels, and other, prose. As literature helps in understanding the world and its subjects closely, language helps in making us creative through our discourses on the different aspects of life. Today, this beautiful gathering of lovely people will throw more light on why students of all ages should go for literature and language as their major degrees. Let me tell you that at Greenwich we have an amazing English program, degree programs, both at undergraduate and at graduate levels. We will be talking a lot about our programs in detail, but let me first introduce you to our amazing and wonderful and all the beautiful adjectives I can use for these brilliant people of literature and language areas. Let me introduce you. So we have with us Ms. Nadya Kalim, who is not only one of our alumni, but is also serving as lecturer at Greenwich University and is also the editor of G Vision. Assalamu alaikum, Nadia. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Thank you, Shazia, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for your kind words.
Thank you, Nadia, for being with us. Next, we have a very brilliant who was a very brilliant student and a very brilliant teacher, Mr. Omar Tarek, who's currently teaching at various secondary and higher education institution, and is also one of our proud alumni. He was teaching at Greenwich as well in the faculty in English department as a faculty member. Welcome, Omar, to our session.
Thank you, Shazia. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Thank you.
I think Omar's camera is stuck. थोड़ा सा connectivity issues आजकल बहुत हो रहे हैं, so we'll just no problem. Omar, आपकी जरा आवाज रुक गई थी, so could you please?
Yeah. Can you hear me right now? Can you see me?
Yeah, there's some disruption in the voice.
I'm feeling that too in the Acha, so Omar can hear me fine.
Okay, maybe there's some disruption in my Wi-Fi and all that. So let's begin. So my first question is to both of you. Our third guest, Ms. Bhaktavar, will be joining us soon. She is right now, she's trying through a login करने में उन्हें time लग रहा है. So my first question is to you, Nadya and Omar, that as a student of Greenwich University, and also you guys have taught here, so how was your experience as a student and as a faculty member? So we'll start with Nadya first.
Okay, thank you, Shazia. It's a long journey, but I'm glad that I've got this opportunity to talk about that journey. So amazing, transformational journey for me. This is, I think, all credit goes to Greenwich and my teachers, actually, who played a very pivotal and intrinsic and transformational role in making me what I am today. I have learned a lot. I have changed a lot. I have evolved a lot, and I think that is a sign of that we are all living and breathing. That I have changed a lot. I have learned a lot. I'm not the same person as I was 10 years ago. So yes, this place has transformed me. It is a cocoon for me completely. It gave me wings to fly and strong foundations to stand on.
Okay. So what about you, Omer?
Yeah, I think Nadya has actually taken the words right out of my mouth. It's been a transformational experience. What I really enjoyed about the literature and linguistic, specifically programs in which we were enrolled in, is the ability to, have discussions and stuff. The freedom to, converse and have discourse about ideas that people normally wouldn't have, but that's part of literature, of course, and that is part of the academia. So that kind of comfort, that kind of space that is required for enlightenment, intellectually challenging ideas and discussions and discourses. That is one of the most, I think, if not one of the most important aspects that I enjoyed about studying in Greenwich. I felt that whatever questions that come to our minds, whatever ideas that we wanted to talk about, that we were concerned about, that maybe we couldn't find another source or another place to talk about it for anybody who would probably understand or even listen to. That kind of space was provided at Greenwich. Of course, this is a testament to Greenwich, and of course our wonderful lecturers and our professors who guided us, and provided us with this opportunity and this space, and of course our fellow classmates as well, because it takes a lot for another person to not only listen to ideas that challenge their own personal values, but also it's a very big deal that they hear others out and have like a kind of a civilized academic discourse on something. This is a very important educational element that I think we kind of lack generally in academia, but we had that space here. We were able to do that. That was great.
Then I
Yes,
would
true.
second to that. Okay, Umair picked the very right note that the skill that has been developed here, particularly in terms of creativity and imagination. And Shazia, we would second that particularly Sir Salman, Sir Babar,
Yes.
उन्होंने हमें सोचना सिखाया. I think
Yeah.
this is the lack Umar was referring to, that kids or generation today, they don't even think. So actually thinking is an art, from thinking to imagining and to imagining to creation. And this whole
Yes.
journey, actually it starts with how to think, not what to think. Our teachers taught us not what to think, rather how to think. And that's the change.
Yeah, and it's so nice right now that I want to tell all our audience that we were together in 1 or 2 semesters. I was with Umair, and then with Nadia, and then we were all together. Three of us were in some, I think, 1 or 2 semesters we were together.
Yeah.
Then I've also taught Nadia for 1 semester. So it's been a wonderful journey. And I must say that Greenwich is blessed in the way that the teachers who have taught us and the students themselves, they were really nice. And even now, when we are teaching our students at Greenwich, and Alhamdulillah, they are really nice, very hardworking, and they have this passion. Because literature without passion and language, especially English language and literature, you have to have that passion. Okay, Umair, question to you, that usually boys do not go for their major degree in literature and language, but
Right.
you have done your masters in even I think undergrad, or your masters in English literature, that's for sure, because you were with me, I know that. So
Right.
because boys, they think that, oh, it's a very girly thing to do a major degree in literature or language. So what do you have to say to them?
Yeah, this is a kind of a false stereotype. I think we're coming out of this, case. There are masculine or feminine, professions.
Yes.
But of course, back in the day, ek belief abhi bhi hai, of course, but I think it's being challenged given that how many male students we have in the undergrad and even in the master's program that I just taught at Greenwich last spring semester. There were, good, 5-6 male students in that as well. So definitely there is an increase. I mean, when we were doing our masters, I was the only guy.
Yes.
I was the only guy. So that has changed. So that's actually,
And you
quite.
were a tough guy. You were a tough guy, and you were a tough guy to compete with.
Yes.
You really gave us very hard time, Omar. Let me confess today.
Well, I don't know
yes.
about that. I mean, I think we've all learned a lot from each other. There's no doubt about that. लेकिन yes, absolutely, ये perception थोड़ी change हो रही है. लेकिन when I've always had a passion for reading and literature. I've been writing poetry and articles since I was a kid. But I did do my undergrad. I went to Dublin, Ireland. I did my undergrad in business. I did it in marketing. But the year I graduated in Dublin, 2008, was the year that the financial crash happened. And that essentially kind of, made me realize all this time I was doing something for the practicality of it, but it all came crashing down once, the whole global financial meltdown happened. And that put me in kind of this limbo. So I came back to Pakistan, and for about 6 months, I really thought about what I want to do if I want to stay and stick to the path that I had. Well, I wouldn't say I had chosen. It was just kind of the path to go on as a practical path for a male, Pakistani male or whatever. But, that crash of 2008 was in a way, as horrible as it was beneficial in the sense that it gave me the time to actually think about my priorities, that if it is, if even the most practical pursuit, like a business degree is really, is really up to market demands and, extraordinary circumstances like these, it's better to might as well struggle with, something that you are actually passionate about. So it was between film and literature, because right at that time, also in 2008, a film that I had made in 2005 won the Hum Film Festival. So I said I was really interested in making films, but essentially screenwriting. But then I realized that the idea, of course, is self-development. And if I develop myself, whether I'm a novel writer, a poet, a screenwriter, an academic, or even if I'm in PR or, advertising, the self-development is going to carry me forward in whatever profession I chose. That's why I essentially chose literature, because literature as a subject, of course, connects to my passion for writing and reading, but also it is probably, if not but one of the most self-reflective subjects that you can actually dive into. Any humanities subject is going to do that for you, even social sciences and humanities. But literature is so interdisciplinary, it kind of, covers all the bases. So I then plunged in, of course, my mother being an educationist, she had absolutely no issue with that. My father obviously was a little concerned, but I have won him over since then, and he's actually quite happy about it, because of the person I have become, and I have to thank literature, my, time in literature for that specifically. But yes, initially you meet a lot of resistance, but that's the idea that if you follow your passions, that's essentially the first rung of the ladder that might help you boost you up. So not really be worried about that as such, of what people say, of what is male-centric or female-centric.
Thank you. True, Umair, I'll totally agree with you. Now, Bhaktavar has joined us, and Bhaktavar, can you hear us?
I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. Thank you, Bhaktavar, for joining us. We were just talking about our days at Greenwich and how we were being taught, and how much we have evolved as different, how much Greenwich has molded us. So to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, about Bhaktavar is also one of our proud alumni. and she has been an inspiration for, I think, for all of us. So, Bhaktavar, since you are an inspiration for all those who are aspiring to be doing literature and linguistics, why? Because you now have cleared, mashallah, your CSS exam in 2018, and now you will be soon Assistant Director at Trade Development Authority of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, Bhaktavar has been with us as a faculty member as well. She has been teaching at various education institutions as language instructor, and now she is going for her. She has taken another, started her journey as one of the CSS people. Now she's going to be the assistant director. So, Bhaktavar, tell us how your stay at Greenwich helped you achieve today what you are.
First of all, thank you very much, Shazia, for such kind words. I'm really glad to meet and see some of my classmates. I can see
Yeah.
Sir Umair was also a classmate in the first semester. I don't know if you remember or not, but I do remember, a person of
I
great
do.
knowledge.
I
So,
do.
okay. When you talk about the impact of Greenwich on us, I think you can look at my profile. When I came to Greenwich, I was 21 and I was a language instructor at that time. And I wanted to pursue a master's degree in something that could help me in my professional area. I wanted to have some theoretical background that could help my practices in the classroom at Pakistan American Cultural Center. So I had two options, but the program at Greenwich was so accommodating with its weekend classes. So I stepped there. At first, I thought I was a misfit because everybody was so knowledgeable, very expressive. But then meeting all the teachers, and I think they have had a very profound impact on us, and there was no looking back after that. I
Yeah.
joined as a lecturer. I was given a chance at Greenwich for teaching the linguistics courses. I have so many students out there, and I remember it has also helped me in achieving my dream of CSS because the faculty there is extremely kind. I remember my favorite teacher, Sir Salman Altaf. He was there. He would always encourage me, "Bhaktavar, jo karna hai, karo. CSS, it's not difficult." And then I
Yeah.
had him evaluate my interview as well. So if we talk about Greenwich, it's something that I cannot exclude from my life, not at all. And even after qualifying CSS, I plan on coming back and resuming to teach there. So that's it, I guess. That's it.
Inshallah, inshallah. Looking forward to having you again on our campus. Okay, Nadia, coming to you. Do you think Greenwich as a university develops its students from the moment they step into the university till the moment they graduate from Greenwich?
Thank you, Shazia. But let me confess one thing that, as Bhaktavar said, that I was the misfit, and we were the misfit, and we used to find the last seat in the class because of you two guys, Shazia and Umair. But
We were not that horrified, huh?
so, yes, you were very intimidating, but Alhamdulillah, but we are doing great now, so I'm happy. And thank you guys for that push. If that push were not there, I think it would have been possible for us. And as far as the treatment of students is concerned here, I believe in one thing that your job is not to tell them what to do. Your job is to open their minds. They will find their own paths. They will find their own passions. They will find. You have to tell them how to find their passions, and you have to encourage, as Bhaktavar says, that the sky is the limit. You have to make them believe it. There is no confines, as Umair said, that whatever society believes. I think that is why many people don't want their children to be in literature, which is a myth I want to break, because after that people start becoming rebels or what, because after coming to literature, after reading philosophies, after reading great minds, I think one start believing that, okay, I have that great mind inside me, I have that great soul inside me, and I can do wonders. So why to follow the beaten paths? So I think, yes, we encourage our students in every capacity. We make them think about big questions, as Umair said, कि सिर्फ वही के आपकी capitalist values को cherish करना नहीं सिखाते. Rather, I think literature is about asking big questions than money and other sort of
Yes.
thing. It's about, first of all, as Iqbal says, खिदमतमंदों से क्या पूछूं, मेरी इब्तिदा क्या है, मैं तो इस फिक्र में रहता हूँ, मेरी इंतहा क्या है. The big existential questions, as John Elias says, के मकान ला मकान के बीच में है क्या जुदा जिससे है मकान ला मकान से. So, these big questions, that what is there for me, why I am here for. So I think when you start asking and posing such question to your students, and your students start asking these questions from themselves, it completely changes everything. So वो जो सारी pyramid होता है ना, वो खुद ही invert हो जाता है once you tell them how to think. Do not.
And yeah, it's so true that I still remember when we were doing Hamlet, उमैर के साथ मैं करी थी, सर सलमान पढ़ा रहे थे, and that was the moment I entered into Greenwich University, और पहला जो शेक्सपियर का कोर्स था उसमें Hamlet था. So now it's a very very difficult play to understand. But बहुत interest because of Sir Salman, we were like truly into it. So I still remember उसमें एक जगह पे वो जो मुर्गा अजान देता है, and then there's this bad omen और क्या. तो when I was revising, so suddenly मेरे भी मोहल्ले का एक मुर्गे ने अजान देनी शुरू की, तो I got scared. I said कि okay, this is now into me. So that's what literature, and if you you have to have that passion for such subjects in order to fully grasp. Okay, coming to Bhaktavar. Bhaktavar, as per your opinion, what is unique about Greenwich that you would highlight for the prospective students, those who are watching, those who want to join? What do you think?
Unique. One of the things that helped me the most was the program was very accommodating for a person like me who wanted to work and study. So the weekend classes helped me. Apart from that, the faculty there, I must say, they are brilliant, and the faculty that I'm seeing in front of myself on the screen right now is also very brilliant. And the kind of grooming that Greenwich does on its students, it really shows. I have met graduates of other universities as well, but I have to say this, that Greenwich students, they outshine.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you, Bhaktavar, because we have seen as students as well as now faculty members that the students, when they come and then when they leave, they have become a rounded personality. They have this rounded personality. They are not the same as when they came and when they leave. So that's why, Alhamdulillah, the percentage of our students leaving the university and getting the jobs is much higher than the other institutions. Okay, Umair, another myth about this program or these English literature and language programs is that, oh, it's so easy, it's just a piece of cake. Could you please elaborate on this as well?
Yeah, actually, over the years, while studying at Greenwich, we actually saw a few students come in with the same kind of perception that, we'll just come in, we'll do a little bit of English in order to, just improve our English skills. And I think it took them a class, maybe 2 classes, to realize what exactly both literature and linguistics entails. And as I mentioned before, that I'll speak with specific to literature because that's what I did. But it's an interdisciplinary subject. It is, I call it the study of the human condition. Like even in Hamlet, we're looking at prose, we're looking at poetry, we're looking at philosophy, we're looking at existentialism, we're looking at relationship, society, philosophy, psychology, everything. It is delving into one of the most complicated, complex, and intricate, aspects of the human condition, whether as an individual or as a part of society or as a group, the internalized human and the externalized human. So when somebody actually sits in literature class and goes through the motions and eventually starts understanding that English literature and linguistics are not necessarily just English. It is essentially the study of something a lot more complicated than that. People kind of reduce it to just what we understand as, maybe IELTS wali English, or maybe general English or something like that. It is a professional study, an academic study of, literature and, linguistics from a very scientific and academic perspective, not just a social perspective in the sense that, maybe English achhi ho jayegi. And, so absolutely, there is no kind of, basis for this. Ye bahut easy piece of cake hai. Piece of cake us tarike se ho jata hai if you're interested in it. There's no doubt that when you're sitting in, for example, we were discussing this before the meeting, Sir Babasu's class, literary criticism. It is absolutely, a very challenging subject. It is a very challenging course. And it may, and anybody who's coming in with the perspective that, oh, it's just about English, are going to be blown away, completely bowled over by the contents of this course. But if you're passionate about it and you have the right perspective on why you're there, why you are taking this course, it will be one of the most inspiring, enlightening, experiences that you have ever been through. I mean, we studied psychoanalysis in it, Marxist theory, feminist theory, post-colonial theory, and we were applying it to our own lives on literature that we have read. So this is not just some language class. This is life in motion. This is, we are literally looking at life of the human condition under a microscope, and it tells us a lot about ourselves and the people that surround us and society.
Okay, now let's take some questions from the students who are willing to join Greenwich in this department. So Nadya, since you these days are answering the queries, so let me ask you. First of all, tell me what is the eligibility criteria for undergrad and for grad both?
Yes, Shazia, I'm doing these services these days as well, and I'm happy to guide students as well. For bachelor studies, I think if you want to take admission in undergrad program, degree program, so 12-year education is mandatory for it. It's a pre-req. And if you want to get yourself enrolled in master's program, so 14 years is the eligibility criteria.
Okay. Number two, like there are many students who are asking about whether is there any associate degree in English as well?
Yes, we are offering associate in English as well. That is of 2 years. Like if you divide the 4 years of bachelor's program into 2 halves, so the first 2 years they comprise of like associate degree program in English. Okay. And after that, the best part is at any point of time you can resume, you can continue, and you can complete the degree, even if you want to take a break.
Okay, great. And what is the applying process? What is the process? How they should be applying it? Because due to COVID, obviously, all the things are online. So
I think links are given. Links are given at the bottom. Greenwich.university. Just apply online. Visit the website, and you will find the tab "Apply Now." When you click that tab, you will find all the information there, and just follow that. It will guide you and it will drive you, and just fill all the information that is needed of you. Our WhatsApp number is also given. Our email is also mentioned. So just send us your documents. We will assess it and we will get back to you.
So what about those students who are still waiting for their result?
They will be uploaded. We are accommodating those students as well, because we know because of this pandemic situation, and we are trying to cater at every level, because we know that results are not out and students are waiting. So what they can do, they can just submit their the enrollment slip which they have. So we will consider it, and as soon as the results are out, we will give them ample time to submit their result to complete the degree.
Okay, so this is good news for all those aspiring students who have their results in waiting, that you can apply, and inshallah after your results are out, you'll just submit your result, and that's it. So there's a lot of opportunity in this. Bhaktavar, since you were a teacher and now you are going to be inshallah serving as assistant director, it's a very two different things. So, could you please tell our students, because doing a master's in or undergrad in literature and language, people have this myth and this stereotype that only they can become teachers or they can. So, what other fields? You are an example right in front of us. So, could you please tell our students that there are 101 fields where you can go after doing your master's in literature or language or undergrad?
When you talk about linguistics, I'll tell you that it's not restricted to teaching only. If you look at my profile, even before qualifying the civil services exam, I had the opportunity of working at different places in the capacity of a language instructor, trainer to teachers and trainers. Then there are other fields as well. Let me give an example. I was working at a university and I was directed to work with the marketing department for proofreading and creating technical content. So you cannot say that it's only restricted to teaching. There are many other avenues that are opened once you do your major in linguistics. So as I have spoken, I had a chance to speak to Nadya, and as you people are working on the curriculum, so there wouldn't be, very late when you will be able to apply to jobs such as in the field of forensic linguistics, and as students can apply as translators and interpreters as well. So saying that linguistics only restricts you to teaching is I would say unfair.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Actually, that's something in the it's a myth being revolving and resonating among students and among other people as well. कि बस ये तो teacher ही बनेगी. Although teaching profession I think is one of the noblest professions,
And the
but
toughest as well.
yeah, but people are going in journalism, in media, and everywhere. They are being anchor
yes, yes.
persons.
And when
So.
I was teaching at Greenwich. The students come to my class and they say, "हमें तो ये भी नहीं पता what is linguistics." So how would they know इसका scope क्या है, right? So even in publishing houses, writing, there are multiple other fields as well where students can utilize this degree. So it's a budding field. It's a new field. I think the students of linguistics have a very, very bright future. Let me tell you.
True, true. So, thank you so much. I think we are having this another question. Sayyid Rohel Shah, respected teachers, please, if a student is a graduate in commerce and want to pursue his master in English linguistics, will he be able to cope up with it, or it would be better for him to take admission in graduation first? Need your sincere guidance. Nadya, could you please?
First of all,
Um,
yes, after completing 14 years of education, he is eligible for master's program to get into the master's program. But again, yes, I think if he has a passion, so he will learn and he will evolve, inshallah. But he is eligible for getting enrolled in master's program.
Please allow me to answer this query because I'm an example here. I did
yeah, sure.
BCom and I did BCom, and then I pursued Masters in English Linguistics, where I was required to do some literature courses as well. So it's not difficult at all. I think change is important, and change, takes you out of your comfort zone. So you'll be able to do it, and you'll find it very, very interesting. So it's nothing difficult. I'm an
And there
example
is
here.
and there is one
Yeah.
more thing, Shajia, if you allow me to. As Bhaktavar mentioned, if you look at the course outlines, if you look at the course
Yes.
content, in linguistics, the variety of courses have been offered. It's not only language, it's not only translational studies. When we also offer curriculum design, TESOL, it's also discourse analysis. So basically, the significance of language, why language is important, as Carl Jung says that we are born in language. So as you know, we are born this complex structure of language. What is human speech? So what linguists are doing, they are analyzing speech. And as linguistic student, what we do, we try to interpret speech. And if you are not even pursuing any career, I think to be a good human being, to be at a good level, to communicate with each other, you
Yes.
need to understand how to break the barrier, how to create a comfort zone where you can talk to each other. why there is a communication gap. So all of these things we discuss during these class sessions with our teachers. And after that, I realized that it's not only academic, professional, it's a very humane discourse as well. To be a good human being, I think यही अल्लाह ताला भी सूरह रहमान में कहते हैं अल्लमाहुल बयान, जो आपको बोलने की सलाहियत दी है, that is the most remarkable quality that has been endowed upon you, right? And what linguistics do is actually it makes you understand how language works. So मुझे तो as a human being I have learned a lot, not as a teacher, as a human being, कि आप फौरन समझ जाते हो what is going on in his mind when he's using this particular word, and after uttering this particular phrase, actually what is going on behind his mind, you know. So you learn how to interpret speech, and I think that is the biggest knowledge, and it's the biggest learning one can learn during his lifetime. लोगों ने पूरी पूरी जिंदगियां गुजारी हैं सिर्फ कि अपने communications को बेहतर करने के लिए, और आज के दौर में जितने हमारे problems हैं, it is because of this communication gap between children and parents, between husbands and wives, friends. So I think it will not only linguistic, literature भी यही करता है. Literature में भी what we do, we analyze speech. हम यही कर रहे होते हैं. Metaphor कौन सा use किया है और adjective कौन सा use किया है. So it is a very practical knowledge, and not only, if you don't want to become teacher or anything, at least you will become a good human being after doing your majors in literature and linguistics at least.
Yeah, of course. And it gives you that level of thinking to critically analyze, to critically look into any issue or problem. Even, when we are watching dramas or when we are watching movies, so people become very critically, we are analyzing each aspect of how and why. So these questions that come to the students of literature and linguistics, I think all the WH questions, that come more to us than to the other disciplines, I must say that. Okay, so thank you so much, and it's been a lovely, discussion, and I don't want to get over with it. Seeing you all after so long and talking to you, Omar, Bhaktavar, Nadya. I hope this pandemic is over and we'll be seeing each other more. So to all those students who love to read and write, please come to Greenwich, enroll yourself in undergrad or grad level, whatever level you want to undergrad. After doing 12, as Nadya said, 12 years of education, you can enroll yourself in graduate level, and after 14 to graduate. So come and do follow your passion, follow your dream. To end, I just want to say that this world may be empty of meaning, but it is a blank canvas to paint meaning of your own. So come and do your own painting on this blank canvas of your life. You are the painter, so do it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nadya. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Bhaktavar.
Thank you. It's so good to see you guys. I wish we could enroll in another session so we can learn again, and
Yes, so and now we can discuss more. Yeah.
Exactly. Talk about literature, whatnot.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you, inshallah, next time.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.